Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
An hour of comedy. We start off in Wistful Vista. Address 79 Wistful Vista to be precise, and see what's going on in the household of Fibber McGee and Molly, or at least as it was on April 22nd, 1947, as Fibber goes to the Carnival.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax products for home and industry present Fibber McGee and Molly with Bill Thompson, Gail Gordon, Arthur Q. Bryan, Gene Carroll, and me, Harlow Wilcox. The script is by Don Quinn and Phil Leslie. Music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. Molly McGee of 79 Wistful Vista thinks a carnival is a legitimate source of fun and frolic. Mr. McGee thinks a carnival is strictly a one-ring circus where the monkeys pay to get in, and the only reservations you can make are mental. The debate is still going on as we join Fibber McGee and Molly.
Where is this carnival you want to go to? This one-night yokel trap?
It's at 14th and Oak. It's a vacant lot.
Yeah, and so are the people who go to it.
Well, I don't care. I love carnivals, and I want to go.
Ah, forget it, kiddo. That stuff is for rubes, not for sophisticated people like I and you.
Nonsense. Heavenly days back in Peoria, you took me to all the carnivals, and nobody hooped and hollered any louder than you did.
Well, I was young and stupid in those days.
I see.
But I'm not young anymore. I know the angles now. Let them grifters find a new crop of doughheads.
Just what don't you like about carnivals anymore?
I don't like anything about them. I can stand in front of the Third National Bank and see more fat ladies, human skeletons, wild men, and two-headed vice presidents in 20 minutes than a carnival could round up in 40 years.
Yes, but dear...
I can hear better music listening to a flat-wheel streetcar hitting a switch.
Well, I don't know...
I can make better pink lemonade out of faucet water. And I can dance a better hoochie-macooch and hip boots than any Hawaiian girl from Milwaukee that got their whole underpaid payroll.
Yes, but McGee...
I popped sweeter corn in vaudeville than those mugs ever tasted, and got more interesting souvenirs falling into a coal hole.
All right. Let's stay home.
No, sir.
What?
Get your hat. I wouldn't miss this carnival for all the ham in Hollywood.
But I thought you didn't like carnivals.
I hate them. And I'm not going to sit here and let those sharpshooters think they can keep me from enjoying myself. Besides, I want to prove something to you.
You already have.
Huh?
You've just proved that you can't win an argument even from yourself.
Just the same, I want to prove to you what a racket them carnival concessions are. Come on, let's go.
All right, but I'd better tell Lena we're going out so she can spend the rest of the afternoon trying on my dresses. Lena! Oh, Lena!
Here I am, Mrs. McGee. And unless you bought some new clothes in the last week, I've tried them all on. You know, that black taffeta of yours is just simply gorgeous on me. And if you see any lipstick on the mirror, it's because I just couldn't resist myself.
Look, Lena, we're going downtown to the carnival, so you're on your own for the afternoon.
We no doubt will not be home for dinner, Lena, so when you finish your work and get through reading my mail, you can go home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, honey. And I hope you have a good time. You know, carnivals are such fun. I used to work in one, snake charmer, you know.
Heavenly days. You were a snake charmer, Lena?
Yes, I was called Roberta the Reptile Wrestler. I used to sing to the little fellas to keep them quiet. That's why I don't mind it when people hiss at me now.
Ever get bit, Lena?
Yes, I did, Mr. McGee. You know, I tied a rattlesnake into too hard a knot once, and he got mad at me and bit me right on the elbow.
My goodness, I thought a rattlesnake bite was fatal, Lena.
Oh, it was, honey. He died in horrible agony. You know, it was a valuable snake, so they put me in another sideshow as a bearded lady.
Oh, false beard, eh?
Well, hardly, Mr. McGee. You can hardly call a beard that costs $12.50 a false one.
You really take it on the chin in that work, don't you, Lena?
Yeah, why'd you give up your job as bearded lady, Leanie?
Well, they moved the trained fleas into the same tent, Mr. McGee, and I guess I just had too much insects appeal. Now, you go right down to the carnival, folks. Lena will get along just as soon as you leave, practically.
Well, there's one thing about Lena McGee. She's always cheerful.
Yeah, she's that all right.
I'd rather have somebody around who smiles and makes the beds badly than a marvel of efficiency who punches the clock with a left hook.
Speaking of left hooks, Snooky, wait till you see me take that big mallet and ring that big gong down at that big carnival.
I thought you said it was rigged up so you couldn't win on it.
It's rigged up against the yokels, baby. You can take those guys if you're hep to the gimmicks. Come on, let's get going.
Oh, I don't know, dearie. Maybe it's just too corny.
Oh, come on. Carnivals are fun. You'll enjoy it.
Kind of a jip, aren't they?
So what if they are? My gosh, it's all in fun. What makes you so suspicious?
I don't know. I guess I've just heard people talk.
Well, that's a lot of marmalade. I love carnivals. Hey, I think I'll wear a hat. I might win a ribbon that says 23 Skidoo on it, huh? Where's my hat?
I don't know. The last time
Oh, I know. It's right here in the hall closet.
No, McGee, please, now, that hot
April 22nd, 1947, Fibber McGee and Molly on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Thank you for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now more of Fibber McGee and Molly as they head to the carnival, April 22nd, 1947.
McGee, don't eat that Cracker Jack so fast.
I'm trying to get down to the prize. Got a wonderful little police whistle in this stuff once when I was a kid. My dog swallowed it.
Oh, too bad.
Oh, he loved it. He used to direct traffic every noon hour at the corner of Main and Avenue. Back in Peoria.
Look, dearie, I want to play this game over here where you ring the canes and win the prize.
All right. Step right up and throw the magic rings for a beautiful and valuable souvenir. It's fair for one and fair for all. Entertaining, instructive, and profitable. Only 25 cents, the fourth part of $1.
I'll try it, sir.
Good for you, sister. Good for you. See if you can ring one of those genuine South American diamond lapel pins or a real Navajo blanket.
Navajo, bud.
Yeah. Well, we know it was Navajo, but we don't know who. All right, lady, here's your magic ring. Step back, folks, and give the little lady some elbow room.
Take my advice, kiddo, and give it a little twist when you throw it.
I throw better with my eyes shut, dearie. Here it goes.
Hey, look, the little lady done it. With one graceful toss, she wins a handsome three-bladed jackknife bearing a likeness of Lillian Russell in genuine celluloid on the hand. Let's throw the in, lady.
Let's see if you can win the opera glasses, Molly. There's a new corset shop just went in across the street from the Elks Club, and some of the boys...
All right. Step back, Pop, and give the lady a chance to throw the ring.
And don't call me Pop.
Okay, Dad, no offense intended. That's it. Go right ahead, lady.
Is it fair if I throw both these other rings at once?
Madam, with the Hackett and Sackett compound outdoor shows, the customer is always right. We're just here to hand out these beautiful gifts and make friends among the local gentry. That's it. Just throw them any way you like.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh.
My gosh, look what you did, kid.
Yes, sir. The little lady does it again. With one magnificent throw, she becomes automatically entitled to a genuine Navajo blanket and a lovely mother-of-pearl paper knife. Here you all, lady.
Thank you very much. My goodness, this is wonderful.
Hey, Bud, what do you mean, mother of pearl paper knife? That's just made out of white pine.
Yes, sir. Genuine white pine, brother. Made by my wife's mother. Pearl, tell your mother to step out here. To show this gentleman how she carves these gorgeous little souvenirs. And now, who else would like to step up and try one of the finest?
You know, this is not a bad start, dearie. 25 cents for a blanket, a jackknife, and a paper cutter.
Oh, they let you in just for bait. I saw the guy put his foot on the gimmick. He was just using you for a shill.
What's a shill?
It's a come-on for the boobs. I know because I used to be one.
A boob?
No, a shill. Guy was running a shill game, and he hired me to shill. Oh, hey, there's Wimple. Hi, Wimp.
Hello, Mr. Wimple.
Hello, folks. Say, isn't this fun, though? Don't you just love Carnival?
They're okay if you can get yourself into a state of yokel wonder, Wimp. Personally, I'm a little too intelligent for this sort of thing.
Oh, not me, Mr. Wimple. I'm just dumb enough to enjoy it.
Me too, Mrs. McGee. I've just had the most exciting time with the archery game this afternoon.
We haven't tried that one yet. How many arrows did you shoot, Wimp?
3.
Ooh.
I put 2 arrows in the bullseye and 1 in the proprietor. Did you two ever see a man jump clear over a carnival tent from a standing start?
My goodness, did he jump that high when you hit him, Mr. Wimple?
No, I did, Mrs. McGee. Fortunately, I didn't break my balloon.
You seem to be having quite a gay time, Wimp, jumping over tents and buying balloons. Full of helium, eh?
I beg your pardon. I've only had 3 lemonades and a root beer. A short one.
He meant the balloon, Mr. Wimple.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, excuse me. I am having a gay time, though, really. I guess I must just have sawdust in my blood.
Yeah. I'm bothered with corpuscles myself.
Well, I must get over and see Sweetie Face. That's my big old wife.
Yeah.
She's in that brown tent across the midway there.
Which brown tent?
The one that says $50 to any person who can last 3 rounds with the Amazon Strangler.
Heavenly days, Mr. Wimple. You mean she's actually going into the ring with the Amazon Strangler?
No. You see, she is the Amazon Strangler. Well, I've got to get over there and see if anybody has beaten her yet. I hope. So long.
See you later.
To see if I can win something on the raffle wheel.
Oh, what do you want to play that game for? That thing is so...
All right, folks, plenty of numbers left. Pick your lucky digit and win a beautiful abalone lamp or a box of Lowney's chocolates. A prize for every number and a number for every customer, and it's only 25 cents a chance. What's your lucky number, lady?
Well, I've always liked number 13 because 1 and 3 are 4, and my husband used to sing in a quartet.
Very logical reasoning, madam. All right, folks, the wheel is about to spin, and here we go. Round and round she whirls for the handsome men and the pretty girls. And the arrow points to number 13.
Heavenly days, I did it again.
What did I tell you? It's fixed. He knew I was on to him, so he let you win.
Well, if they keep on being as crooked as this, I'll win every prize in the place. What did I win, sir?
Girlie, you are the lucky winner of a genuine abalone shell table lamp with a 2-way bulb, adjustable shade, and only 13 inches of cord for convenience in carrying. Here you are. Now then, the wheel is about to spin again. Who'll be the next lucky
It's a lucky thing you're with a guy that knows the answers to this stuff, Snooky. Those birds aren't going to try and monkey business with a wise guy like me around. I'm strictly the type... Oh, hey, look. Isn't that Wilcox over there?
Where?
Over there, talking to the big guy in the ticket wagon. Come on. Hey, Junior. Hi,
Hello,
Junior.
Mr. Wilcox.
Hello, Molly, pal. Excuse me a minute, will you?
Go right ahead, Mr. Wilcox.
And like I say, Mr. Hackett, you'll be amazed and delighted at the way Johnson's self-polishing glow coat works on your linoleum.
Linoleum?
Yes. Glow coat gives it a gleaming finish.
Who's got linoleum?
Why, you see...
Look at Wilcox getting slowed down, Molly.
Well, even if you don't have linoleum, Mr. Hackett, you'll find glow coat the quickest and most efficient method of keeping your floors bright and shining and sparkling.
Floors.
Why, yes. You see, one of the nice things about Johnson's self-polishing glow coat is the fact that it's so easy to apply. You simply pour a little out, spread it around with the long-handled applier, and let it dry in 20 minutes or less to a handsome, gleaming finish that any housekeeper will be proud of.
It sounds fine, son, but I haven't got a housekeeper.
Oh, my goodness. He is having trouble, isn't he?
Yeah, watch him squirm, Molly.
Well, naturally, Mr. Hackett, glow coat doesn't have to be handled by your housekeeper. A child could apply it. I simply meant that it'll be a wonderful aid in keeping your home clean and sparkling and beautiful.
Who's got a home?
Well,
I don't mean to be rude, Mr. Wilcox, and that stuff...
glow coat. Johnson's self-polishing glow coat.
Yeah, it sounds great. Look, I live in a tent. Is it any good for tent floors?
What kind of tent floors?
Dirt. And grass, if we're lucky.
No. Gee, I never thought I'd... Well, gosh, Racine can't expect me to sell it.
Well, anyway, it sounds great, son. Must be a fine product. Look, here's my card. Send some literature on it to my wife. She lives in East Orange, New Jersey, in a house. She's got linoleum, I think. Haven't seen her for 2 years. She don't like the road.
Okay, Mr. Hackett, thanks very much. I'll write to her tonight. Well, hello, Molly. Hi, Fibber.
Fine carnival, isn't it, Mr. Wilcox?
Look what we won already, Waxy. An Abahu blanket, a jackknife, an abalone lamp, and a paper cutter. $1 for the lot.
Great. I won one of those lamps out here yesterday.
Has it really got a two-way bulb in it?
Absolutely. Goes on, it goes off. Well, I've got to get back to work, folks. I'll see you later.
Look, Mr. Wilcox, if you're going this way, help me load some of this stuff in our car, will you?
Sure. Let me take it, Molly.
I'll be waiting right here, Molly.
All right, McGee. Now, don't win anything else unless I approve of it first.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Mr. Wilcox.
Ah, there goes a good kid. I have more fun spending quarters on her out here than I'd have spending $50 on anybody else. Or her either. Oh, hey, she forgot to take this blanket. Oh, well, maybe she'll be back.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hi, Teeny. Well, fancy meeting you here, isn't it? You having fun, sis?
Sure I am, I betcha. I had some popcorn and some Cracker Jack and some peanuts and 3 ice cream cones and some cotton candy and some saltwater taffy and 2 stomach aches.
You did, eh?
And I had...
I says you did, eh?
Did what?
You had 2 tummy aches.
I know it. Hey, mister, look it. Can you ring the bell with the big mallet, mister? Can you? Did you ever try it, mister? Did you ever try it? Did you ever?
Sis, I've won more cigars on that thing than my wife could and did shake a stick at. Shall we try it?
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
man, give us 2 chances on a cigar.
Yes, sir. Here you are, sir. 1 for you and 1 for the little lady. The prize for men is a genuine Punxsutawney Panatella in the original Florida wrapper. If the little lady rings the gong, she gets a beautiful 1-pound box of simulated chocolate-coated cherries. Here's the hammer, brother. Let's see now. Where did I put that hammer? Here it is. And may you be the one for whom the bell tolls.
Thanks, Bud. I'll take it first, sis, and show you how it's done.
Oh,
Now watch this,
sure.
Teeny. It's just a matter of muscular coordination. 1, 2, 3...
It hardly moved at all, mister.
There's no use you trying it, sis. That weight is harder to get up than an actor on Monday.
I bet you I can do it, I bet you. Watch me.
My gosh, you did it, sis.
Sure I did it.
And the little lady wins a box of simulated chocolate-type imitation cherry-flavored cherries. Here you are, kid.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred.
So long, mister.
Well,
Well, we seem to keep winning things, McGee. 5 canes, 2 Kewpie dolls, a basket of fruit, and a bowl of goldfish.
don't forget the brownie camera. That's the biggest jip prize we got.
Why is it?
Oh, my gosh, you can't take pictures of brownies. Everybody knows.
Well, I bought... Oh, McGee, there's Dr. Gamble. You-hoo, Doctor.
Well, hello there, Molly. Hello, Droopwell.
Hi, Aerosmith. What are you doing here, doctoring a sick horse on the merry-go-round?
No, this is strictly a non-professional visit, my boy. Just came down here for a little riotous living.
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Doctor. McGee's been showing me how crooked all these concessions are. They know he's doing it, too, because I win every time.
I'm wise to all their gimmicks. I'm no hayseed. Hey, did you throw the baseballs at them milk bottles, Doc?
I did indeed. I spent $4.75, and all I got was a bursitis.
We got an abalone lamp.
We're going to ride on the Ferris wheel, Doctor. Care to come along?
No, thank you, my dear.
Scared, eh?
Yes.
So am I, Doctor, but I'm just foolhardy, I guess. I'm so frightened of admitting I'm scared that I get so brave I'm frightened of my own courage.
April 22nd, 1947. Fibber McGee and Molly, Fibber and the whole clan at the Carnival. We'll hear the conclusion coming up after these messages from your favorite radio station. This is Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Classic Radio Theater family, you know our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of your life. He didn't stop by just creating the best pillow. He created the best bed sheets ever. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me, because, you know, I'm working like 67 hours a day. Now, Mike's offering the best deal on his Giza Dreams bed sheets ever. You can get a set of Giza sheets for as low as $29.98. You'll never want to sleep on anything else once you slept on a set of Giza Dream sheets. A special offer for you right now. You can get a set of Giza sheets for as low as $29.98. Call 1-800-928-4715. Use the promo code Wyatt. Or go to mypillow.com, use the promo code Wyatt. It's good on anything on the website. That number again, 1-800-928-4715. Use my promo code Wyatt. Thank you for tuning in to Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox here on your favorite radio station. Fibber McGee and Molly, a longtime favorite of a lot of you. This episode, April 22nd, 1947, as they go to the Carnival. While they're at the Carnival, they run into Doc Gamble.
We're going to ride on the Ferris wheel, Doctor. Care to come along?
No, thank you, my dear.
Scared, eh?
Yes.
So am I, Doctor, but I'm just foolhardy, I guess. I'm so frightened of admitting I'm scared that I get so brave I'm frightened of my own courage.
I'll straighten that out on the way home, if possible. Well, have fun, children, and don't eat too many hot dogs. But if you do, call some other doctor. I'm planning on being sick myself tonight. See you later.
So long, Docky. Well, come on, Christy. We must ride on the Ferris wheel just once now, and then we'll go home.
Well, you talked me into it, dearie.
Well.
Ooh, hold me, McGee. I didn't realize it went this high.
I hope it holds together till we get off. They put this thing together with burnt matches and rubber bands. Whoa.
Oh, heavenly days, what was that?
I think one of the rubber bands busted. Well, at least we got stuck up at the top where we can see things.
I'm glad I don't walk in my sleep if we have to spend the night up here. Spread that Navajo blanket over us, dearie. It's getting cool.
Okay. How's that?
Very cozy. It's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Very exclusive up here, too. Just us and a few clouds. Remember the time this happened back in Peoria? We were marooned on top of the Ferris wheel for 3 hours.
I remember it very well, dearie.
Yeah.
We must have taken a dozen rides on it first.
Yep.
I'd begun to think that wheel never would break down.
Me, too. I was running out of dough.
I know that. That was the first time you ever kissed me, remember?
Yeah. I was nervous. Didn't know what I was doing.
Are you nervous now?
Not a bit, Snooky.
You know what you're doing?
Yep.
Well?
Well, that's...
Hey!
top there!
What do you want, point killer?
Don't worry, we'll have you down pretty quick.
Why don't you mind your own business, Si?
That's telling him, lover.
Have you noticed all the car owners these days out polishing up the old bus for summer? You'll be doing yours soon, I imagine. Well, don't forget that Johnson's Car New will do a wonderful job for you in less time and also save you a lot of unnecessary work. Car New not only makes even an old model car shine like new, it's really easy to use, too. It requires only a minimum of rubbing. You see, Johnson's Car New is a special liquid polish that does two jobs at once. It both cleans and polishes in just one application. You apply it, rubbing only hard enough to loosen the old surface dirt. Then you let it dry to a white powder. When you wipe off this powder, dull dirt and road grime go right along with it. Man, oh man, your car really shines. Why don't you try Car New? You and your family will get far more pleasure out of driving a clean, sparkling car. And when you do finally get that brand new model, you'll rate a better trade-in value. Car New is spelled C-A-R-N-U. Johnson's Car New.
Okay, folks, you can hop out now.
Oh, don't mind us, Bud. We like it up here. And we're down. And did you notice, Molly? We're down.
Oh, dear. My lipstick is all, my hair's all mussed and
Well, relax, lady. So it's a spring evening, and he looks handsome to you again. I've saw it happen before. Good night, folks.
Good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Products for Home and Industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night. And remember, daylight savings time goes into effect in certain areas next week. This may change the time at which Fibber McGee and Molly are heard in your community. So please check your local paper for the time at which this program will be heard next Tuesday night and each week thereafter. Good night.
As we mentioned last time, Johnson's Wax, Johnson Incorporated, still around today. And in fact, they're still family-owned from the original family. April 22nd, 1947, Fibber McGee and Molly on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, once again we thank Ted at RadioMemories.com for his very good restoration work on Lum and Abner. And we now basically have the conclusion of the Circus story from April 22nd, 1935. As you know, Abner ended up swapping almost everything from the circus people, and ended up with the circus and the animals and everything. And so now it looks like that the circus has been sold off. This episode, April 22nd, 1935.
Howdy, everybody. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum and Abner are now out of the show business. Last week, they sold their circus to Squire Skimp for $1,000, only to learn later that Squire had already made a deal to dispose of it for $4,000 before he made them the offer. As we look in on our old friends today, we find Lum back over at Pine Ridge, down at the Jot 'em Down store, explaining to Dick Huddleston and Grandpappy Spears how Squire swindled them out of $3,000. Listen.
Well, Lum, you orter knowed Squire Skimp well enough by this time to know that he'd give you a skinning if he got a chance.
Why, sure, he probably had the animals sold to the zoo in there at the county seat before he ever offered $1,000 for the circus.
Yeah, I found out all about it after it's too late, but there weren't nothing I could do about it then. I done signed that option business. I telephoned Abner just quick as I found out about it, but he done signed it, too. Yeah, Squire just went out of the store whenever you called over long distance, Lum.
Well, that's a shame, Lum. He just skinned you out of $3,000, what he done.
Well, I ought to had more sense to deal with Squire Skimp, knowing him like I do. But I was just so anxious to get shut of the circus, I might not give the thing away to somebody that had took it. Zenora was gone, and Abner had took out on me, and I was getting sort of homesick.
Well, you fellas made a little money out of it anyway, didn't you, Lum?
Oh, yeah, we made some. This money that Abner taken and saved for us amounted to something over $800, and, of course, the $1,000 that Squire paid us.
Yeah.
And we had something like $300 cash money on hand when they sold out to Squire.
Well, good.
We'll have around $1,500 in the clear after I get done settling up some of our bills. First thing I want to do is to go into the bank in the county seat there and pay off that $200 I borrowed in there.
Yeah, well, I'd get those bills paid up and just put the rest of it away before somebody comes along and beats you out of it.
Well, don't you worry about nobody beating us out of it, not long as we got me. I don't like to make no brags about my own doings, but a feller's got to get up awful early in the morning to beat me in the trade.
Well, Squire Skimp must be a pretty early riser then, Lum.
Oh, well, if you mean that deal the other day, that weren't my fault. See, I tried to catch Abner before he signed that option.
Well, you'd already signed it, though, Lum.
Yeah, but it weren't legal till both of us signed it. When Abner put his name on it, that closed the deal right there. Yeah, but I was here when Abner signed it, Lum, and the only reason he done it was 'cause your name was already on there. He figured you knowed what you was doing or you wouldn't have signed it. Well, the best thing to do is just forget about it. The deal's over. Ain't no use to cry over spilt milk.
Yeah, sure. Well, that ought to be a lesson to both of you. Just can't trust Squire Skimp, Lum.
I believe that's our ring. Yeah, go ahead and answer, Grandpap. It's more likely somebody wanting to order something, and I don't know what we've got and what we ain't got now.
Yeah, it'll take you a few days to get back to Hornish here again, Lum.
Hello? It's the Jot 'em Down store. Huh? Who? Why, yeah, he's sitting right here. Oh, why, he ain't gonna do nothing to you. Come on over here. Why, he ain't no such a thing. Who is it, Grandpap? It's Abner. He's feared to come over here, feared you'll give him a whipping. Oh, for goodness sakes. Tell him to come on down here. I want to see him. Abner, Lum says to come on down here. He wants to see you. No, he don't. Oh, he ain't going to do no such a thing. Wait a minute. I'll let you talk to him. Yeah, let me talk to him. He's scared to death. That's the reason he called up. He wanted to find out if you was here first. Let me have that receiver. Hello, Abner. This is Lum. Hello? Hello? Granny, he must have hung up the receiver.
Are you and Abner still fussing about that money that he took from a circus, Lum?
No, we ain't fussing. He still thinks I'm mad at him over it.
Well, why don't you tell him that you know why he did it and that you're not mad about it anymore?
Well, I want to see him and thank him for it, but I can't get him cornered to do it. I've been over there to his place a half dozen times to see him, and he always hides summers. And every time I see him downtown, he strikes out for home in a dead run. And he thinks, Lum, that you're going to give him a whipping and send him to the penitentiary. Yeah, but I said I was going to do that before you fellas explained to me why he done it, why he taken the money.
Sure.
Now I want to thank him for it. He just saved me and him all that money by taking it out of the safe, is what he done.
Why, sure he did.
I'd have spent every dime of it on that electric sign for Zenora if he hadn't have did it. And I've told him time and again that you weren't mad, but he won't take my word for it. Thinks I'm trying to help you get him cornered. Tell you what you do, Grandpap. Call him over there at the house and tell him I just now left, and he'll be all right for him to come over here now.
Yeah, get him on over here, Grandpap.
Yeah, but he can look through them front windows and see you in here, and if he does, nobody couldn't drag him in here with a team of mules.
Well, you could hide till he gets on the inside here, Lum.
Yeah, I'll tell you what to do, Grandpap. You call him and get him on over here, and when we see him coming, I can hide behind the counter till he gets on the inside, and then one of you can lock the door to where he can't get out till I've had a chance to explain to him that I ain't mad at him no more.
Yeah, that's the thing to do, Grandpap. Call him up and get him on over here.
I'll call him up and see what he says.
Why, sure.
Tell him you want to play checkers. That'll get him over here.
Yeah, he'd get up at night to play checkers.
Hello? Peabody's place? Oh, Elizabeth, is Abner there? Uh-huh. Well, tell him to step to the telephone, please, ma'am. Said he's playing checkers by himself.
By himself?
Yeah, he's always doing that. Sit and play checkers by the hours. Make out like he's playing against somebody. And cheat, I never seen nothing like it.
Well, he ought to have no trouble winning that way.
Hello, Abner. This is Milford Spears. Yeah, Grandpap. Why, Lum's gone home now. Come on over and let's play some checkers. You have? Well, Elizabeth said you was playing, but I never knowed you was playing again me. Yeah, well, come on over here and see if you can do it. Yeah, naturally you can beat me and you're playing both sides. Well, hurry. All right. Said he'd be right over. Well, good. Said he done beat me 9 games. He'll never see the day he can do that.
Well, I'm anxious to see you fellas get this misunderstanding all straightened out here. Get it all over.
Yeah, I am too. I don't want him going around thinking I'm mad at him when I'm plumb tickled to death over what he done.
Why, no. And you fellas are just $800 better off, too.
Yeah, this is one time Abner showed better judgment than I did. I was so in love with Sonora, or thought I was, to where I sort of lost my reasoning. That broke a long record for me, too. Well, I won't say just how old I am, but that's the first mistake I ever made, I reckon. There he comes. Yonder he comes, coming out the front gate over there.
Yeah, there he is.
Well, let's see now. I better get behind that counter over there. Get him on in here and get him to talking, and Grandpap, you can sort of shy around to the front door and lock it before ever I come out.
Oh, well, I don't think we'll have any trouble with him, Lum.
I don't know, Dick. He's awful skittish. Yeah, he's harder to catch than a rabbit. Granny's, I walked in Moe's Moots barbershop Saturday afternoon, and just as I come in the front door, he went out the back. Lit out for home.
Well, natural, Lum, you've made so many threats about what you're going to do when you did catch him, and he's not taking any chances. I guess he figures the best thing for him to do is just keep away from you as long as he can.
Yonder he comes. You better get over there behind the counter, Lum. He'll be where he can see inside here in a minute.
Yeah, now don't let him see you, Lum. Now, don't let him see you. He won't come in.
You fellers be talking about something else to where he won't get suspicious or nothing.
Yeah, well, now, keep your head down there till Grandpap can get the door locked behind him there so we'll know we got him on the inside here.
There he comes.
Yeah.
Watch him looking around behind him. I reckon he's expecting Lum to jump out on him.
Yeah, that's the reason he's walking so fast. They're kind of a dog trot, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, he's been scared to death.
Yeah,
Richard,
sure. Well, Lum made a mistake here making so many threats. He got him scared to death. Cedric went to him and told him everything that Lum had said.
Well, I told Abner Lum never meant a word of it. Well, you won't believe me.
Yeah, well, I told him the same thing, but he just believes if Lum says he's going to whip him, he's going to whip him.
Hardest-headedest feller I ever seen.
Yeah. Well, it's just a shame they had to have his trouble.
Don't let on.
Oh, no. Now, you going up to the door there so you can lock it, Grandpap, and then I'll call him on back here in the store.
Yeah, you just tell him come on back in.
Yeah, sure, that's what I'll do.
Well, come in, Abner, come in.
Well, howdy, Grandpap. What's that you said about beating me a game of checker?
You heard what I said.
Well, howdy, Abner.
Well, hello, Dick. I never noticed you sitting back there.
Let me shut this door here. It's getting sort of chilly in here.
Yeah, come on back and sit down, Abner.
Yeah, much obliged.
How have you been?
Oh, all right, I reckon. I've been staying around the place there pretty close. I never wanted to get out none. Me and Lum ain't getting along, you know, and I just don't want to.
Well, Abner, I've been trying to get you cornered for a week.
Oh, my goodness. Let me out of here. Let me get out of here.
Wait a minute. I want to talk to you.
Get out of my way, Grandpap. Get out of my way there, Grandpap.
That door's locked, Abner. That door's locked.
Yeah, stop him there, Grandpap. Stop him.
Well, for the land sakes, a crazy idiot. Div right through the plate glass window.
Well, the old fellows have their differences straightened out now, if Lum can just catch Abner to tell him. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm especially pleased tonight to be able to let you hear the part that Horlick's malted milk played in bringing up Mrs. W.W. M's baby. Mrs. M comes from Sewanee, Tennessee, and this is what she says. Listen.
Not long ago, a little baby came to our home. Nothing seemed to agree with her, and she just became weaker and weaker. At 2 months, she weighed 2 pounds less than at birth. We tried everything, but nothing seemed any good. Then I saw Horlicks in the drugstore. Well, I bought a package, and I'll never forget how quiet and restful she seemed after the first feeding. The first real feeding she had had. She started gaining, and at 5.5 months was a fine, healthy baby. Now, this may sound like a boast, but it's true. At 6 months, she received a blue ribbon at the fair for being the healthiest baby entered. you can easily see why I'm all for Horlicks malted milk and, of course, for Lum and Abner.
Well, that's fine, Mrs. M. We're glad that you found Horlicks so helpful, and we certainly appreciate your telling us about it. This is Carlton Brickert speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlicks, who bid you all good night and good health.
Oy, what a mess. The old boys were around for a good long time, all the way back to the 30s to the 50s. They did a long-run show, and they didn't really change the premise of the show. You notice that with Amos and Andy, they went from a serial and soap opera type show all the way to their situation comedy, and then they became a variety show. And in the very end years. But Lum and Abner, they didn't change. They were pretty much the same show all through the years. April 22nd, 1935, that's Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox, and just so you know, if you would like to get some fully restored versions of shows, just like these shows from Lum and Abner, talk to Ted over at RadioMemories.com. He has a full line of restored shows, a variety of shows, on cassette, CD, or flash drive for your computer. Check in with Ted, RadioMemories.com, RadioMemories.com. Always, friends, visit our webpage, classicradio.stream. Stream our shows on demand. Learn about building a classic radio collection of your own. You can contact me, find our social media links there, and you can also buy me a coffee. Now, that buy me a coffee money is nice. It helps us because it helps us maintain our distribution channels and helps us acquire additional classic radio collections. All of that you can find at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. Have yourself a great day. Tell all of your friends the greatest radio shows of all time are right here at this spot on the radio dial. Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox on your favorite radio station.